it seemed like there was a lot of energy, a lot of hooping and hollering. What kind of day was it for the Bulldogs?
Energy was really good. You know, again, for our guys, man, it's about finding a way to correct from the day before. And our guys have done a good job of it. We put a lot on their plate. But, man, their energy, their attitude, the way we're straining, the toughness is what we want. We got to continue to get better in all areas. But our want to and our energy is really good.
From when you kind of took this job, for your expectations and you know what you kind of had to now, I mean, how has your confidence in kind of the job you've done and the roster that you've got, how has it kind of grown the last couple of months?
Yeah, the people I'm around every day have created confidence. You know, I think we've got an incredible staff, guys that are great teachers, great connectors, great coaches, and then our football team's in a really good place right now. Again, we've got a ton of work to do. We're nowhere close to where we're going to be by the time we go kick it off, and just the attitude and the effort and the commitment to wanting to be great has been really, really good, and that's created confidence for everybody.
How about the quarterback battle? How's that kind of shaping up right now?
Good. We got to continue to take care of the football. You know, our guys just got to understand, man, that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. So taking care of the rock, putting us into good situations, not making a bad play worse. Our guys are starting to understand that and understand that's how they're getting coached every single day. But proud of where they're at, but got a ton of work to do.
When you see your freshmen out there, you know, coming into that first week, you feel like they're taking the necessary steps? You feel like you like where they are after 1 week?
Yeah, I think for those guys it's a ton, right? But making sure that they understand it's all about playing fast. And they've got more on them in the meeting room than they've ever had before. So finding ways to make sure that they're spending enough time, and when they're not in the building, to be able to nail the install and correct the mistakes from the days before. But again, I think that's what I probably like about them most. They're far from perfect right now, but it's a bunch of guys that are serious about being good.
Bringing in Shad and Joe Roski into that strength program, just how important was that for you starting things up here in the spring, and just where have you seen the biggest differences out there that they've given the players?
Yeah, I think when you look at it with Shad and EA and Jaws, those guys, the entire staff has done a great job creating buy-in and knowing that we're going to push these guys in a great way. The expectation is exactly what it needs to be, and those guys have answered the bell. But man, they've done a great job holding guys accountable, keeping them accountable, and creating energy inside these walls. And so proud of them and feel great again about where they're at.
Stonka Burnside obviously is a guy that a lot of people around here especially are excited about. They got to see him in high school and such. I know obviously he's young and it's early, but you know, what have you seen from him? And do you think, based on kind of the measurables and what you've seen so far, he could be a guy that could contribute like early?
Yeah, I think he's got a chance to contribute for sure. You know, he's a guy that's got some natural football IQ. He's naturally a tough kid. He's got a strong body. And man, he's having fun. That's what I love to see. So many of the times you get these young guys in here that are 18 years old and feel overwhelmed. Stonka's finding ways to have fun, enjoy his teammates, and fighting like heck to get better every single day, just like the rest of those freshmen.
On the other side of the ball, how are guys like John Lewis and Dante Russell adjusting to play in a different position than what they're accustomed to?
Yeah, I think they've taken it and ran with it. I think they've looked at it like a true challenge. I think it's been fun to see. I know just being around those guys and talking to them every single day, it's been a lot for them too, just all the newness. We talked about it last week. There's a lot of new for everybody right now. But those guys have taken to it and done a really good job. We need Jay Lou to be not good, but great. He's taken that responsibility and understands the expectation of him and what we need out of him. He's doing it.
When it comes to wide receiver rotation, some coaches are a little reluctant to do a ton because it may tip off a play. How do you plan to handle that? Maybe how many receivers ideally would you like to play every Saturday?
We want to be deep at that position so we can go play with great tempo and play really, really fast when we're out there. So, you know, perfect world, we want to play with 7 guys, 8 guys. There's been times in the past where we haven't been able to do that just from a depth standpoint, but that's what we're trying to build, and that's what we want to get done.
Obviously, there's transfer portal windows, but it seems like it's year-round these days. But when you exit spring and you look at your roster right now, what's kind of your top priorities in the spring transfer portal?
Yeah, I think we'll continue to evaluate that as we go through practice. You know, I'm not real comfortable in saying it today. I want to see where we're at after day 10, day 11. You know, again, after I've gotten really a great sample size of, man, what do we have at this position? We've put so much on these guys again in a matter of 5 days. You know, I think it's really hard to tell where some guys are at. Obviously, you know exactly where some are at. Some are operating at a really high level, playing their butt off and do it all right, you know, and got to get better, but still, you know where they're at. But I'm going to wait and see, a few more practices until I make that decision.
You talk a lot about tempo and playing fast. One of the big topics this offseason has been quarterback communication in the helmet with the coaches. Are you a proponent of that?
Yeah, we're using it because at the end of the day, everybody else is going to use it. And so for me, it's an opportunity to get better. We've got to use it and find a way to create an edge. And that's what we're working through right now.
What's I guess for you, like personally, adjusting to being a head coach so far, how's it gone for you? How have you liked it, and how do you think you're kind of settling in?
No, it's been great. Again, it's been incredibly busy, but it's been great. We got great people in the building. We've got great energy in Starkville. We've got great energy around the program right now. This town has been special, just from a welcoming standpoint. So, made everybody feel incredibly welcome. And so it's been great. It really has. It's a lot, but it'll continue to be a lot, and that's part of it, which I'll take all of it. Awesome. Appreciate it, man.